Capitalism. Again, it's a large discussion, but one way that I like to describe capitalism comes from this essay by Peter Staudenmayer, What is Capitalism? That identifies four main aspects of capitalism, which is the commoditization of really everything in your life, which is basically things are packaged up and sold to you, right, as experiences or whatever. But your food, your clothing, just everything is sold to you, is commoditized, is turned into something that can be sold on the market for profit. And so because of that, markets run everything. And what neoliberalism is all about is saying that markets should run everything, right? Every politician that's a neoliberal, which is, Democrats and Republicans, really, a lot of them, they all argue that the market is supreme, that we want a free market, as if that is the best ultimate thing for humanity, that like there's nothing better than that ever, right? Just we have to have markets run everything. But we see in many places around the world how bad markets really are, because markets maintain hierarchy. They maintain wealth gap, privileges of a ruling class over the rest of the people. And basically, markets are just very undemocratic in a very general sense, because it gives most of the decision-making power to the people with the wealth, with the money to pay on the market, instead of making sure all of the concerns are heard.
And what we see in modern, Western market capitalism often isn't market driven.
Mm-hmm.
It's not market driven at all. It's monopoly and oligarchy driven, right?
Mm-hmm.
Markets aren't determining prices, corporations are. And it's not supply and demand. There's a lot of sign value and things like that. So yeah, it's modern capitalism has pretty much even outpaced markets in many ways.
Yeah, right. Those
They're
markets,
part of the myth, right? They're part of the myth of capitalism. Everyone can, pull yourself up by the bootstraps and all the things that people say. The idea that markets are in control in capitalism is another one of those myths.
Yeah. So, other aspects of when you commoditize everything and you sell it on the market, that means you've got to have this legal concept of property. And so now you've divided everything up into private property, where you have investors owning things instead of the workers that put in the labor, or the communities that have the resources. Instead, it's capitalists, it's investors who, use their wealth to gain more wealth, to bully people on the market, so to speak. It's not actually the freedom thing, like Chris was saying. It's more about maintaining power for the people that are already wealthy. And so finally, the final characteristic on this list, at least, of capitalism is an exploited labor class of some kind. And even in U.S. history, it could sometimes be outright slavery. But even if it's not obvious slavery, it's the wage system that keeps people in poverty and continues to take wealth out of the poor, out of the working class, and into the wealthy. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer, that sort of thing.